This morning, we have surprising new information on what Whitey Bulger and his girlfriend did during their 16 years in hiding. The accused Boston mob boss says he wasn't hiding all the time, as CBS News correspondent Betty Nguyen reports.
16 years ago, James Whitey Bulger seemed to disappear into thin air when he became one of America's most wanted. But as new details emerge about the once feared gangster and his girlfriend, it turns out their life on the lam wasn't necessarily a life on the run. According to a filing by the U.S. Attorney's Office in Massachusetts, after waiving his Miranda rights, Bulger told investigators he was living a life of leisure, taking numerous trips to Las Vegas to play the slots, where he claimed to win more than he lost. He traveled to San Diego, where he would cross the border into Mexico to purchase medicine. And most surprising of all, the former head of Boston's Winter Hill Gang admitted he returned to his former hometown on several occasions in disguise, quote, armed to the teeth because he had to take care of some unfinished business. That even surprised longtime Bulger Lieutenant Kevin Weeks.
I don't know what the unfinished business would be. I mean, if he's armed to the teeth, I imagine it'd be he was looking for people.
Investigators say Bulger and his longtime girlfriend, Catherine Grieg, led a relatively comfortable lifestyle. After searching his Santa Monica apartment, the FBI found more than $800,000 in cash hidden inside the walls.
You would put in clips or some kind of a motor where you could open and close the wall and keep money and weapons in there.
On Monday, high-profile Boston area attorney Kevin Reddington announced he will defend 60-year-old Grieg. She faces 5 years in prison if convicted of harboring the 81-year-old Bulger. At a hearing today, Bulger will go before a judge to determine if he can afford his own attorney. At a hearing last week, he told the judge, quote, "Well, I could if they would give me my money back." Betty Nguyen, CBS News, New York.
And joining us now is CBS News legal analyst Jack Ford. Great to have you with us, Jack.
Rebecca.
So as we just heard in the piece, there's this hearing today about whether or not he can obtain legal counsel through the court. Why is the prosecution pushing this point?
A couple of reasons. One is, the federal system has a public defender arrangement the way the states do. And the deal is, and we all know the warnings, if you don't have an attorney, you can't afford one, we'll provide one to you. But the government doesn't want to be paying for a lawyer if somebody has, as we heard Whitey Bulger talk about, $800,000 stashed in the wall someplace, or if they have assets someplace else. So two things are playing out here. One is the government is saying, all right, let's find out if he does have assets that somebody's sitting on that could be used to pay for his lawyer, so we, the government, doesn't have to. The other is, I think the prosecution is trying to get a head start on taking a look at, well, what other assets does he have out there? Because if we do convict him here, one of the things we're going to do is, and they traditionally do, is we're going to try and grab all those assets and bring them back to us. So I think they're trying to do both things at the same time here.
Whitey Bulger's girlfriend, who we're told was on the run with him over all of this time, has obtained her own legal counsel. What kind of case does she have in front of her, and what kind of options are at her disposal?
Well, a couple of scenarios. If I'm her lawyer, I want to find out first, did she truly not know who he was and what he was doing? If she did know, was she just under such duress that she was afraid to either leave him or go to the authorities? Or was she an active participant? Was she helping out these things? And then I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to the prosecutors and I'm going to say, all right, what can we do for you? How can we help you in this case here? And then what can you do for us so that she's not going to spend as much time or maybe no time at all in jail? So it all depends upon what her relationship really was. But I'm sure her lawyer is actively talking right now to the prosecutor saying, can we work out some kind of deal here? Helps you and helps us.
And we will be actively talking with you, I'm sure, as all of this unfolds. Jack Ford, as always,
all right,
thanks.
Rebecca.
Pleasure.